Hey, it's good to be back for me, and I'm glad you guys did two amazing shows while I've been gone. I was kind of briefly saying before we came on today that it was 2 weeks ago this morning. If you'll remember, I was having major internet problems, and we don't have internet problems. I mean, it literally we pay to make sure that our broadcasts are done. And so 2 weeks ago this morning, I had to bow out of the show. And within a half an hour after we did, I started getting sharp pains in my lower right hand back, sharp pains. And I mean, it didn't grow. It just came on, and it just got worse and worse and worse. That was Thursday morning. By Sabbath afternoon, I was in. They always give you that 1 to 10 scale. That Thursday morning, we're going to put it at like a 4 or 5, because when you haven't had that pain, it feels like major pain. But by Saturday afternoon, it was a 9. And so I said, we're going to the emergency room. Well, the crazy thing is, it's kind of like when you have a noise in your car. So you take your car in and they drive the car around and they don't hear anything. And it's kind of like, there's nothing wrong with your car. So I'm a 9, and we load me up and take me to the emergency room. And when I walk into the emergency room, I'm back down to more like a 4. More like maybe even a 3 or 4. I bet all I feel is a little pressure in my back, and it's like, okay, I have no idea what this is and what's going on. But I was also having extreme stomach pain. They admitted me. Anyway, I was in the emergency room for 10 hours, and during that time, the pain came back. Blah blah blah, kidney stones, and let's just say I went through the whole cycle. Yesterday morning, I started passing the kidney stones, and several old bunch, so they must have all broke up and went in. The urologist wanted to see him, so I took him in yesterday afternoon. Got a call this morning. They say, oh, good, because I was supposed to have surgery this Friday to get them all out, and they canceled the surgery. So, hallelujah.
That is amazing.
That's 100% all the prayers, coming in. So it's my thankfulness to all those that pray. Of course, the Lord God goes in there and lays his hand up in there and just breaks them all up. And you know what?
Did they say one stone was too big to even get through the opening?
One of the stones was 6 millimeters sitting on top of a 5 millimeter tube. And that's the one that was hurting me so bad. But it's crazy, because I don't know if y'all have ever had kidney stones, but when you do, you hear billions of stories about, oh, that's the worst pain. I talked to a lady yesterday that just had 2 hip replacements about 3 days ago, which I've had 1, and it's a lot of pain. And I mentioned kidney stones, and she says, well, you trump me. I said, that's the worst pain in the world. And I except lower back, I never had a bit of pain passing them.
You're blessed, Mark.
And I mean, they 3 of them were pretty good sized stones, and they just showed up. They just, no pain, nothing like that. And it was, I mean, literally no pain passing them.
What a blessing. Because I've passed them. I've passed 2.
Yeah.
I looked at my doctor and I said, this is worse than childbirth.
That's what I heard.
Because you get a stone at the end and you don't get a child.
Well, we could do this as a health from the inside out segment, Sandy, if you want to put that in.
Yeah, take care.
A testimony for sure. Oh, wow. Well, I am so glad to hear that, but that's what I expected, because that's what we prayed, is that they would be dissolved, removed, annihilated, et cetera, and also that you'd have no pain. So, you know what?
That's it. Well, I want something prayed for. I go to you guys.
Well, prayer is amazing. That's why we have a prayer show that precedes this show.
That's right.
So,
Thanks
well,
for letting me share. I appreciate it.
did you have anything else you needed to share?
No, we're good. Everything's great, man. I feel good this morning, and life goes on.
We are richly blessed to bring you what we believe is the fullest, most diverse, yet up-to-date progressive teachings, discussion, and prayer programming you can find anywhere on this planet. Be sure to take the tour of the MessianicLambRadio.com website. I'm Susan Hoogie, thanking you for joining us on the Messianic Lamb Video Network.